In this video, I'm going to show you my budgets and plans for the first 6 months of my small homestead. First, I'm excited to tell you that the seller accepted a counteroffer on the property I referenced in the last video. They rejected the first offer of $75,000, so I had to come up slightly on my price, but we got it done well under my target. So while I wait for the property to close in a few weeks, it's time to plan out the first phase of my small homestead. Before we get started, let's talk about the area first so you have some background. I'm not going to give you the address of the property for obvious reasons, but it's near Chico, Texas, which is about 20 minutes northwest of Decatur. Now, Decatur's a pretty good sized town that has a Lowe's, a Walmart, a hospital, and lots of restaurants, so that'll be perfect. The property's outside of city limits and has minimal restrictions that won't affect what I want to do. It does have electricity available along this back fence if I ever want to connect to the grid as a backup power source. The homestead will require a well and septic system to be installed since there's no city or co-op water and sewer available. There's a paved county road right up to the property, so that'll save some wear and tear on vehicles over the long term. The first goal for my homestead will be to move out of the home that I've lived in for 12 years. In order to do that, I'll need to have a place to securely store my belongings as well as a place to sleep. Starting construction on a home on the property isn't possible right now and would take 9 months to be move-in ready anyway, even if I were going to build something the traditional way. More on that later. So how can I move out quickly? Well, the plan is to purchase an RV and two 40-foot shipping containers. I'm already planning on living off the grid anyway on this homestead, so what better way to kick things off than to boondock on that land with an RV? As long as I have plenty of space in the shipping containers for storage and for workbenches and tools and other stuff, then I don't need a lot of actual living space for now. So the strategic or overall goal for the next 6 months is to move onto the land as soon as I can. This will save me money every month and allow me more time on the property to work and prepare a home site. But how do we accomplish that? What are the tactical goals that I need to achieve to accomplish the strategy? This particular property is about 75% trees and has a lot of dense brush. So before I can live out there, I'll need to clear a path for a driveway. That means I'll need to cut down some trees, clear out a ton of brush, and remove some tree stumps. And I'll need to get gravel delivered so I can build the driveway. Once I have a usable driveway into the center of the lot somewhere, I'll be ready to have some shipping containers delivered and purchase an RV. I'll also need a few tools and other items to accomplish the goal, which we'll talk about in a minute. Now, if you haven't watched the earlier videos in this series and aren't familiar with my channel, you might expect that I'll hire contractors to do everything for me. Well, that isn't my style. I do everything myself unless I physically can't, the work is too dangerous, or I don't think I can reasonably do a quality job that's safe for me and my kids to be around. Plus, I can't afford it. And I want the satisfaction and privilege of working the land myself. I believe the phrase built not bought applies here. I want to take pride in knowing that I built this homestead as much as possible. And I firmly believe that it'll be good for my body, mind, and soul. Who needs a gym membership to go work out when you can cut down trees, dig out tree stumps, and haul wheelbarrows full of gravel? And who needs a therapist when you can be alone with your thoughts and in tune with nature while enjoying the sunshine, clean air, and quiet of the countryside? Okay, obviously I'm only half serious, but I do think that all of this will be very therapeutic for me. Alright, let's move on to the budget now that we have some basic plans outlined. My max budget for the land was $100,000 cash. The final negotiated price for the land was $78,000. Now the seller's going to pay for a survey, so I don't need to add that to the budget. But there will be some closing costs involved, so my total cost for the property is about $78,500. I'm allocating up to $10,000 for a travel trailer, but I won't be able to purchase that until the driveway's complete because I don't have anywhere to put it right now. And I've gotten price quotes for two 40-foot cargo-worthy shipping containers delivered for just under $6,000. Now, solar will be my main source of power, but I will need a mid-sized inverter generator for backup power, and that'll run about $1,000 once I build an outdoor enclosure for it. I'm going to use a composting toilet for a while until I can install a septic system, and that'll run me another $1,000. And I only have some loose prices on gravel right now, but I'm estimating I need about 50 tons to start with which should be about $750 with delivery. I already own a chainsaw and all the normal hand tools for outdoor work, like a shovel, shears, pickaxe, and wheelbarrow, but I'll certainly need a few more tools here and there, so I'll budget another $500 in miscellaneous tools and supplies. But I'm not naive enough to think that I've perfectly planned and that there won't be surprises, so stay tuned to learn from my mistakes and bad forecasting. As always, thanks for watching the video, thanks for supporting my channel, and please leave a like and a comment below.